Hey yo guys, what's good, what's happening, and what's going on? Right now you hear the 3D printer going off because I am printing a massive black whopper plopper. That's right, can't see it because it's black on black, but that's okay because I'm gonna paint it up, so awesome. But I did print off some other things. Last night I printed this off and I posted this on Facebook, and I'm surprised I didn't get a community strike violation because a lot of people think it's not what it is. A lot of people think I made a mold for something indecent. Guys, it's a freaking crawfish, but I don't know why I put the hook slot in it. I put it in upside down. I probably shouldn't have put it there, but that's fine. We'll make it work. So we're gonna pour that tonight, but I also need to go to Canadian Tire because I printed something else up while I was gone to work today. This. What is this? It holds keys because I'm sick and tired of hanging my keys off of those two things downstairs. And the problem is when Nikki shows up, I'm already using both the key rings. So she ends up sitting her keys down on like the counter or something. They get misplaced and then we're playing where the frig are my keys. And it's not really a fun game to play. We're gonna take a rip over to Canadian Tire, go and grab some screws because I ran out. I also want more screws because I still have another Google Wi-Fi to hang up, the one in the bedroom, get it off the table. And so I gotta get some screws because we are going to be replacing these two little hooks with an actual key ring holder thingamajig. And that's pretty dope. The joys of owning a 3D printer where you can do cool shit like that. Now that I got it all fixed up and it's printing right, like I said, I had to fix the hot end by replacing it. I'm gonna order a bunch of hot ends off of that site, Canada 3D Printing Canada, because they ship fast. I don't need my jacket because it's currently plus 25 outside, which is very welcoming. And that's the other reason why I want to pour tonight, is because it's plus 25 out. The plastisol should hold its own. I do, however, want a hat and my sunglasses because it is sunny as all frig outside and I don't have much hair. I don't need to sunburn my scalp. So I'm gonna go to Canadian Tire, get some gear. All right guys, seatbelts on, mic's on, no coat needed. I've been waiting for this weather. Let's pitter patter. You probably noticed the new upload format. Basically stealing this from one Bubba Mike 1. He did this a while ago, I think it was last year probably, where you started uploading every Monday and Wednesday and Friday. 3 videos a week. You know what? It makes a lot of sense to me. Now I can focus more on life, still produce content. So 3 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. People should be busy on the weekend. They shouldn't be playing on their phones and tablets and computers watching YouTube. But if they are, that's up to them. You know, it's your life, live it. But what I'm thinking, the reason why Monday, Wednesday, and Friday is it gives me more time to do what I want to do without worrying about, oh, I didn't shoot a video. I mentioned on the previous video, the truck vlog, that I was going to get out of the daily vlogging again, which is funny. Like I said, over the winter, I was all about it. And, you know, it could come back. It could, you know, as life changes, as things change, something could happen where it actually comes back. And if it does, then we'll proceed with the daily vlogs again. But as for now, I need some meat. Like going back to the office, that really kind of put a lot of stress on life. Like not really, it's just, you know, it's 8 hours that or 9 hours that I'm not home. And then when I am home, it's like you're home from 4, you want to get to bed by 10, you have 6 hours. I got to put in a workout. I got to maintain a relationship. I got to eat some food. I got to entertain myself. And I got to make a video. Before, when I was working at the office, I was able to, or when I was working from home, sorry, I was able to film during the day on my lunch and breaks and get a video out. And then that night, if Nikki and I weren't going to be talking on the phone because she was working late or whatever, then I made 2 videos that day, pushing me ahead. That's the reason why I had such a buffer. But since I've been back to the office, there was only one day where I shot 2 videos back to back. And that was the truck vlog followed by the failure of my Senko mold, which I'm going to retry. I'm definitely going to retry it. It's going to happen. I'm going to try this next run in ABS. But anyway, then I got to thinking about the videos. I'm like, you know, I always focus to keep the videos around 20 to 23 minutes long. Never too much longer than that. Then I got to thinking, I'm like, you know what? Like if I do a lot in a day, like if I do a lot of whatever, like today I'm doing a driving vlog now, and then I'm going to be doing some hardware installs, and then we're going to go out to the garage and pour some soft baits to see if that crawfish bait mold will hold and actually work. I think it was actually not the failure of the worm mold, it was the failure of the swim bait mold. I got that wrong, but whatever. It is what it is. Yeah, it's 26 Celsius out right now. It's pretty awesome, but I have a feeling that like I said, things are going to be changing soon because I got word at work that the air conditioning, when we went into COVID lockdown back in 2020, the air conditioning was pulled from the building because like nobody was in there. It was the perfect time to retrofit it. But it was also the perfect time to realize that you can't get parts to retrofit shit. So they couldn't get the parts for the air conditioner in 2020, and in 2021, they finally got the parts to install them, and the crew that's supposed to be doing the install are now not available. I think somebody said they're on strike, but I don't know. But they're saying now the air conditioning won't be installed till the end of August, which, you know, in a building that you can't open windows, that's kind of problematic if you think about it. You know, if you can't open the windows, then Jesus, how hot is this thing getting? Oh, she's getting pretty warm. I don't know why they make GoPros black. That's stupid. They get thermal overload. Let's paint them black so they absorb as much heat as possible. Friggin' dummy. So yeah, so they're saying near the end of August is when we're gonna get the air conditioning installed. Could be early September. So if that's the case, they can't have us all in that office in an easy bake oven cooking away. So I have a feeling they might at some point say, all right guys, you know what? We can't be doing this. You guys can go home, work from home until we get the air conditioning fixed due to unsafe building. I could see that happening, which I'd be all right with. Like, I don't mind. I'll just have to grab some gear and bring it home because I acquired a new laptop at work and my old docking station won't work with it. So I'll just have to get a new docking station. No big deal. No big deal. I'll just steal the one off my desk at work and bring that home with me and we'll be golden. Because yeah, if the building's a sauna, we can't be dying to death. I am thinking about, while I'm at Canadian Tire tonight, looking for a small fan that I can bring to work and set up on my desk, because she does get pretty gross. Like today, it was 26 degrees outside and it was hitting 32 in the office. Like at the end of the day, it was 32°C in the office because we had no AC, no ventilation. It was like the swamps of Dagobah. It wasn't a fun time. And if that happens, that could lead to some more walk and talking vlogs. You never know. But right now, for now, I think this 3 days a week thing is more than enough. And I might even just keep that going if I do get to stay home. It would just give me the opportunity to make longer videos for Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Because what I'm thinking is I know a lot of people don't like the fishing con, and mainly because it's mainly talking and I catch the odd fish now and then. What I'm thinking is I'm gonna film every time I go out fishing, and when I catch a fish, I'm just gonna include that in the video. I'm just gonna, like, whatever's happening in the video, all of a sudden it's just gonna cut to a fishing scene where I'm ripping lips, and you won't have to deal with all the boring bullshit that comes with it. Just deal with the fish catches. Or if something incredible happens while fishing, like if I'm with the kids and one of them catch like a serious friggin' hog and I got it on video, I'll just include that footage that, you know, like, check this beast out. Doesn't have to always be fish I catch, just, you know, it's fun watching people catch fish. Well, I find it fun to watch people catch fish. Maybe you don't, I don't know. I prefer to be the one catching, mind you, because like, it's always fun fighting fish. That's what I'm thinking, like, you know, and if I don't have enough content or I feel like the video's not stout enough, I can take a couple days to film it. You know, film over a couple days and then make something and post it. I think that could be kind of fun. Do what I want with my channel. I'm sure if people don't like it, they'll unsub, and well, that's part of the gamble you play when you start modifying the way you do things, but 'tis what it is. Anyway, guys, I'm at Canadian Tire now. I'm gonna run inside, grab those screws, take a look around for a fan, and I'll be back in a minute. All right, guys. We're back, and I'm gonna give you a pro tip about dressing up before you go out. If you're going to Canadian Tire, do not, I repeat, do not wear a red shirt, because yes, some employees in there on the floor wear black shirts, but there are quite a bit who wear red shirts, and people will just randomly come up to you and ask you where to find stuff. And the worst part is I had my cell phone out, so I was offering advice, and I'm like, do you have a cell phone? They're like, oh yeah, I got an iPhone. I said, okay, pro tip. If you want to make the employees here obsolete, go download the Canadian Tire app. And I showed them. I'm like, watch this. I said, what are you looking for? And they're like, the one guy was looking for ratchet straps. So I typed in ratchet strap. I'm like, they're over there on aisle 13. He's like, oh man, that's so cool. And I'm like, I know, right? I'm like, Canadian Tire realizes their employees suck so bad, so they make an app to basically make them useless. Like, literally, they're useless. They no longer need them, just to stock shelves. And when they automate that service, then what, you know? The app will literally tell you where everything is in the store, the quantity available, and except for COVID, it's been bang on. So I use the app all the damn time now. I go in there, I got my cell phone in my hand. If I'm looking for something, if I'm like, oh yeah, I need to get some crazy glue, what aisle is that in? Boom, look it up. Oh, I need to get some cable, like paracord. Boom, look that up. Just keep looking shit up and then you can find out exactly where it is and where to find it. Stores are starting to do this. It's going to basically limit the staff to being strictly zoners and stockers. What a zoner is, they go around and they pull any stock that they have limited of to the front, so it looks like they got a full shelf, but they might only have 2 items on the shelf. But that's a strat to make it look like the store's full. Also, it makes it possible for you to buy the item because it's closer to your face. That's when I worked at Walmart, that's what they said. You know, if people walk by a shelf and they don't see the item they want because it's tucked way in the back, chances are they're not going to swipe their credit card on it. So yeah, that's pro tip for you. If you go into Canadian Tire, do not wear a red shirt because you will get asked 1,000 questions by customers that, you know, you don't work there. But I'm too nice of a guy not to help, so I gave people advice. I'm like, I don't work here, but you know, I can tell you where it is because I have this neat little program on my phone. The one guy actually downloaded the app right on the site, and I'm like, yeah, and you can turn this feature on too. So like if you're in like Sudbury or Sturgeon Falls at their Canadian Tire, it'll know you're in Sudbury or Sturgeon Falls, and it'll just change the inventory and tell you what aisle it is there. I'm like, it's the best app ever if you're hardcore like me and love Canadian Tire. And they're like, wow, they were so impressed. So see, I used to look it up at home and then write down the aisle on my phone. Like I'd make a notepad and be like, okay, well, this is an aisle here, this is an aisle here, and this is an aisle here. And I on my drive to Canadian Tire, I'd make like a plan of attack on how I can get in, get my shit, and get out as fast as possible because I don't like shopping. Shopping's not my thing. I just go and get what I need and leave. I did get a fan for work because I don't know how long it's going to be before they decide to say, okay guys, due to the lack of air conditioning, we can't have you in the building. It's too much of a liability. We'll see how that pans out. Hopefully that pans out that way because that'd be kind of good. Stay home for summer, work from home for summer. That way there, it's like 4 o'clock, let the dog out and go fish. Can't bring Oreo with me because he's kind of dumb. He will chase after the lure. But yeah, guys, talking about the videos, that's my battle plan, I think, going forward. But I'm just gonna film, and whatever I get, I'm just gonna name the vlog something. That guy literally has his tailgate open, but or his flap on his cap, whatever, and he's not even hauling anything big. There's no reason for it. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna make videos. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Shit's about to get interesting. Will there be a random truck camping video? Yeah, that's why I bought the cap. Am I going to be doing the paint on the truck cap anytime soon? Probably not. I'm going to fix the seal on the window there, if not order a brand new one. There's a couple shops in town that sell that shit, so 4 Lear truck caps as well. They might even do it for me, I don't know. I was going to get a quote and get the cap done professionally, but that was mentioned on the comments that I should take the truck to a body shop and see what they would charge me to A, pull the dent, B, fix up the cap for me. Thought about doing that, going to Canadian Tire too, riding my bike, but it's like 6 o'clock and I don't feel like riding my bike. I gotta get back into that though. It's already what, 10th of May, 11th of May? Should probably really consider getting back into riding bike. Oh yeah, we got some stuff for hanging those key rings, so we'll go home, we'll do that. I'll have to grab the drill out of the garage because it's in there. Because I was hanging that shelf and the airbrush kit. I want to go check on that whopper plopper, make sure it didn't break off the board and start moving around on its own free will. I'm pretty sure I got the printer all fixed up there. We did 2 really good prints. I just hope that PLA will hold up against the heat of plastisol. I guess we'll find out the hard way. Probably shouldn't have printed it in black, but I kind of sort of bought the PLA in black. Is that guy giving that shit away? I should find out, man. There's a whole stack of wood there. That'd have been good to burn. Even to cant it and make stuff out of it. Make some bushcraft seats in the backyard. No, I don't need to get that D-Gen level. D-Gen level, no. We got chairs for the backyard for the fire pit. We got those camping chairs, they're good enough. But we, Friday night or Saturday night, whenever we do beers and a burn, we might actually need the thermal cell because mosquitoes are out already, which sucks. Literally, they suck your blood. So, I'm not lying. Anyway, guys, almost home. And then we'll, not going to bother filming the hanging of the Google Wi-Fi because you've already seen that. We're definitely going to mount that key ring because that's something I really want to do, like big time. No puppy. Hey, little pup. Oreo's a little puppy. All right, guys. Well, I'll chime back in once I'm home. Peace out. Okay, guys, like I said, I didn't just buy bolt or screws from Canadian Tire. I also decided to go to the fan section, and I picked up this little guy, a little 4-inch fan. I had one of these before there. They're pretty good. I don't know where the hell the one I had there went, but it's gone. So I got this one now. So I'm going to put that at my desk, and I know it works great. And I bought a metric ton of screws. So if we continue building stuff that we need to mount, we'll have plenty of screws for that. So no more impromptu runs to Canadian Tire. Also bought myself some snacks for later. Some freaking, what the hell, smoke style meats, smoky bacon. So that should be pretty good. And last but not least, this was on sale for $17.97. A mother friggin' fish scale. It's about damn time I get one. Especially if I'm gonna be doing bass fishing this summer. It'd be nice to know exactly how much they weigh, because you know, you can really haul a donkey out of the water, and in reality it's only a pound, but it's nice to know. And with all my shopping, I managed to accrue a whopping, where the hell does it show you? 25 cents worth of Canadian Tire money. Go team me. Okay, I'm gonna run upstairs and grab that key rack, because I thought I brought her downstairs, but turns out I didn't. And then we're gonna get after this. Alrighty guys, step 1, take the keys off. Step 2, pull these out of the wall with my bare hands, because I'm a gorilla like that. Boom shakalaka. Step 3, or 17, whatever the hell step we're on. Measure that up, make sure we have it right. That's gonna go on there like that. Doesn't have to be level because the house isn't. If I tried to make it level in this house, it would come out unlevel. I'm telling you right now. Step 4, make sure I bought screws where the head is big enough to not fall all the way through it. Cool. Now we just need, see, perfect fit. Wish they were black, but whatever. Next, we just need a bit to fit the screw. And I do think this one will do. Skittle-boo. Beauty playing, boys. We're doing it. This works. If you hear Oreo whining in the background, he totally saw the meat sticks and he thinks they're for him. That I'm not allowed to have any. Everything's for him. Oh. Good enough. And then I'll bolt the other side on. I took a second screw out, didn't I? Yes, I did. And I got the notches on the top, which is the way it's supposed to be. See, this is one of the best parts about 3D printing. Making your own stuff to do things. So now, hang your keys. Beauty. Look at that. It looks like it came with the house. I dig it. All right, guys, now it's part of the part of the what? No, now it's the next part of the show where we're going to see, you know what? I got to print myself some paper towel holders to put these things on. So I don't just have them laying on the ground. But we're going to see if this crawfish mold will pour and if it'll work. Let's give that a go. Honestly, I'm thinking for this one, guys, we might just melt the pucks. We'll grab this silver puck and we'll chop him up in there because that's a lot of plastisol. They say it's a good idea to cut up your pucks. Don't just throw them in there whole and melt them. Cut them smaller into smaller bits. Same with if you're going to be remelting any lures like store-boughts that you fished with and that got torn up and stuff. Cut them into small pieces before you melt them. We're going to try for an interesting color here because I'm going to throw this green into it. Green and silver. You know what? Maybe some black. Maybe just a bit of black or a lot of black. All right, let's heat that up. So we got a cup full of sprues here. By sprues, I mean plugs. Throw that in there for about 3 minutes and we'll check on it and see how we do. Alrighty, we're not quite there, but we're getting there. Right now the glass is too hot to hold. This is going to be a seriously weird colored crawfish. I may add some more green pumpkin to it once we get this here, the consistency of pouring. But right now it looks like Terminator 1000 because that silver that I used for these flukes that are still sitting in a water bath, these guys are going to work well. Not too worried about them. It's just I've never seen a golden silverish. So I'm going to throw some more green pumpkin into it. Something I do want to do is actually match the hatch of our crawfish in the lake to an actual color pattern. This might actually work out pretty good. Definitely don't need any sparkles in it. And the green pumpkin I put in here was loaded with salt, so we don't need any salt. So I'm going to put this back in because it cooled off a lot for another 30. And we'll see where we're sitting after that. Something my buddy does, it's pretty funny, is he calls it his sacrificial rice cooker. And he'll take it out to his bait shop and he'll just grab all the plugs he has and he'll fire them in it. And he'll make like a whole lot of molten plastic. And usually the color pattern is brown. After all the reds and the greens and all that mix. And then he'll fill up his Instant Pot, his rice cooker with it and set it up and it'll heat up and melt all the plastisol down. No, it's not a rice cooker. It's a freaking toaster, slow cooker. This is the weirdest color I ever made. So, but yeah, he'll basically take all of his sprues and everything because he does injection. 320, good enough. All right, so this is gonna be hard to see because it's a black mold, but I'm just gonna pour it. It's freaking hot. Should be wearing my gloves. Wish these gloves weren't so big though. It takes away a lot of your dexterity. Okay, so it's really hard to pour the small detail like the antlers. Okay, that looks like tomato soup. But we'll see what that does when it cures. I don't think it's gonna look good, but we're gonna have a lot of flashing to pick off, that's for sure. But yeah, he'll take everything, fill it in a pot, and then let it melt down, and then just start injecting molds. And I have a feeling this mold here is gonna do exactly what the ribbed bait mold did. It's gonna build up heat and it's gonna delaminate right here because I can already feel it happening. When I start printing in ABS, that won't be a problem. But I do have the crankbait all said and done. Not too bad. He's all clear coated, ready to sail out there and get me a fish. Well, until I put some eye rings on him and stuff, but maybe I'll do that now. I'm waiting for that to cool. There we go. Got hooks on it now. So let's see what happens when we demold this thing. It's got to be cool enough. I'm just going to sit this guy over here on the barbecue. He's going to gradually make his way back into the bag in a slot. But how are you feeling? Still goopy? Peel you out. So it works out. It's just there's a lot of flashing on it. I don't know how I'm going to remove that flashing. Probably going to end up ripping off a claw if I do. So I need to thin out. This is really thick, poop in this cup. Mainly because of all the salt content and the amount of dye. I'm just trying to see if I can rip this flashing off without tearing the actual bait. So far we're having some success. I just won't be able to get the tentacles to come out. Tentacle channels are not really deep either. I did not build those right. The problem is when I'm doing it in CAD, I look at the measurements and I'm like, okay, so that's X amount of centimeters. That's got to be more than enough. And it turns out I'm an idiot. So, but I guarantee you, I sail that out and it flops and it comes in the water and it starts doing this. Something's going to eat it. Especially if you drop this on a bass bed where a bedding bass is like protecting its eggs, it's going to right away think, oh, that's a crawfish. He's going to go after my eggs. I better kill that. They're either going to pick it up and try and move it or they're going to eat it. And in nipping with them bass, chances are they're going to feed. So lots of flashing. All in all, that's not too bad. I'll catch a fish with that. Next weekend, I'm gonna add a little bit more plastisol to the mix, just to kind of dilute it a bit, just to thin it out, because she is pretty thick. Put it in there for 2 minutes, and let's inspect the mold. So, I was wrong. Okay, the flashing isn't breaking free. Everything looks good up front. I'm not seeing any heat damage. You know, printing with that silk PLA to do this was a bad idea. This is a way better idea, using just regular PLA. I also set the, I might try this time around, doing the claws first, and then filling in the cavities in the back. That might be smarter. So I'm not gonna do salt in my blends anymore because that's just stupid. That's a strat that Berkeley and Gary Yamamoto, whatever the frig that guy's name is, used to cut back on plastisol so they can make their baits extra sinky. Holy crap, that's 400 degrees. Okay, let's stir that up a bunch. Get some air in there to bring it down. But yeah, that's a strategy that a lot of bait makers use to maximize their baits by limiting the amount of plastisol they put into their baits. Makes them heavy, makes them sink faster, yes, but it also costs them less material because salt is cheaper than plastisol. This might make for an interesting color right now. 376, I want to get that down to about 350. Okay, 361 should do. Let's see if we can grab the handle, and we barely can. Can I get a light over here? There we go. A little bit of Lumos on the situation. Grab this glove. So I'm going to try doing claws first. Let that sink in. Then we'll just let that cool. We'll check on it in a bit. That claw came out good. That one, not so much. Probably not my biggest brain moment. Just open the garage door to let some fresh air in here. But that also has the sun beaming right in on us. I decided to close the bay door. It's getting warmer in here just by having it open. It's cooler without it. Feels hard on the surface. Let's go ahead and peel this one out. Peel some of that flashing off, and that's a good shot. Need some more water in here. Maybe I'll take these fish out. Don't know where the hell I'm going to put them. I'm going to put them back in the water. All right, I'm going to get this here stirred up. So that's the second pour. The mold isn't showing any residue or damage, so that's a good mold. I'm going to hit it for 30 seconds. Bringing up the temperature. Then we'll pour. While I was at Canadian Tire, though, I looked at some stuff for going truck camping. And they have this foam mattress. It's 4 inches thick, and it's a double, same size as the bed I have right now. So Oreo and I can both lay on it. And I was thinking about just laying down a tarp on the floor, or get a piece of carpet from a carpet store, like a scrap end. Then just lay down a carpet on the floor, throw the thing on that, cover it with a fitted sheet, and then Oreo and I can just crash out on there. We don't need like what Maverick has in his truck with all the shelves and the all that shit. We don't need that. We're just going out for a weekend. We can get away with a tote, a cooler of food, and a good time. Literally, the back of the truck will be for sleeping and storing gear while we're sleeping, and the front of the tailgate will be the cooking area. I'm going to pour this one without the eyeballs, just see what happens. Just the claws and the body. Maybe the eyeballs was a stupid detail to put into it. Mind you, that's how they have theirs, but theirs are injected. Literally, the way I did this mold is they had a flattened out one on Canadian Tire's website. I think it's a Yumdinger. I think Yum makes these. They had a flattened out one, so I took a screenshot and I brought it into Fusion 360. Then I just traced the outlines and like curved it all in and stuff and made the outline. I put the eyeballs on, but I know they direct inject where I'm top pouring. Once I get an injector, I can make some injecting molds, and that'll be a lot better, or even get some injecting molds. I probably will buy a couple injection molds, definitely of a Senko, because that's my favorite bait to fish with of all time. Like I'm totally a stick bait fisher. That's my jam. I'm not really into hard baits. A lot of people are, like rattle traps and cranks. I like these soft plastics for some reason. I don't know why. I just do. All right, guys, let's see what it looks like without the eyeballs poured. I think that looks a lot better without the eyeballs poured. Maybe I'm just going to do that from now on. Just straight rip them. That makes more sense. All right, guys, I'm just going to stay out here for a bit and pour some of these, and I'll talk to you in a bit. Still got some plastisol left, but it's 8 o'clock, and I want to go have some dinner. So we managed to print up 9 of these guys, and by print I mean pour. They don't look too shabby. Ignore this guy here. He's crossing his hands. He's being all dapper. But yeah, I should be able to catch fish with these. Land these on a bass bed, easy. And those are the 3 swim baits I made when I was trying to make that ribbed swim bait and completely failed. But as far as the mold goes, guys, it's still perfect. It still looks perfectly fine. I'm not seeing what happened with the soft PLA where it completely delaminated and came apart. So that's pretty sweet, I do say so. I should have done those antenna, just straight lines, not put balls on the end. That was stupid. But I was copying the freaking Zoom one, and I don't know. This mold worked out nice, so I'm going to sit it with my swim bait molds, and that's a keeper. So there we go. We got more bait to play with next weekend. On opener, nice. As for the rest of this poop in the cup, I ended up grabbing the white puck from up here and chucking it in, and I did a couple rounds like that just to do them. Get rid of all the remaining plastisol, but now I'm going to have another massive puck to deal with, so whatever. Anyway, the whole time I've been playing out here, I've been actually inside cooking. Oh, I should turn off that light, eh? I need to get this light on its own circuit. Unless, does it actually have switches on it? Yeah, they're on the other side. Need to get a proper light for there. Should buy one of those plug-in LED lights. They sell them at Canadian Tire for like $29.99, and you can literally just plug them in and they illuminate. That would probably be the better idea for that area. Also, while I was in the garage, that bumblebee there, the friggin' bumble panda or panda bear, whatever the hell you want to call it, friggin' gigantic mother of all friggin' bees, those big fat ones that it's amazing they can fly because they're so fat. he was still in there, still buzzing around. I'm like, what the frig, man? So I go and open the door and I try and hurt him over there and he just wouldn't go. So I ended up grabbing my big measuring cup and I went like this and I scooped him in it and he lost combobulation because like all of a sudden he's in a cup and he's like, what the hell's going on? Got over to the door and I chucked him out because he ain't gonna find no flowers in my garage, that's for sure. Anyways, guys, I'm back on the OMAD, 1 meal a day, and today's meal is gonna be chicken. And Oreo's freaking out because he knows I'm about to grab food. And as always, he thinks everything belongs to him. But I got 2 chicken breasts here. That's gonna be dinner, keeping it light. Plus I got those sausages upstairs. That'll be good. I think so anyway. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for today. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video and stay tuned for more. Like I said, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So until next time, guys, don't forget to like, favorite, comment, all that bullshit. Let me know what you thought of the crawfish mold. Let me know how I can improve it. And yeah, until next time, guys, peace the frig out. Sit, stupid, sit. Good dog.